Right, so here we go, and it is Kaz here from In the Trenches with Kaz, and it's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning. Hello, Captain. Hello, sun. Hello, nature. Hello, you. We're about to walk into another year where the military comes back online, and they start to look at the future candidates. How do we get them, the best of them, and how do we make them stay? It's an interesting question. We're competing with so much these days. We really are. You know, whether it be the trades, whether it be entrepreneurship, whether it be Bitcoin, crypto, people making fortunes quickly. Who knows? What's the answer? Is it because we've been lied to so much by our government? Is it because we don't think they have our best interest? Is it because we think the donors are keeping the real message from people? We never meet the people or truly choose the people that lead us, the lack of leadership? I don't know. I'm supposed to be having a conversation today with Matty Morris. There's another podcast will drop soon for Zero Limits, and we're going to be discussing just that. Things like recruitment, things like retention, things like the Brereton Report. Should it be actually in the War Memorial, as a blight on those that were still heroes on a day that no one else stepped up for the mission when the politicians failed and the glass broke? Maybe we need to have something like the Gold Star Mothers in Australia, where the politicians are held to account by the mothers and the widows of those that have fallen. Does every unit have to have a YouTube channel and compete like the NRL, NFL, bloody AFL, the cricket, meet your franchise, see real people doing real things, extraordinary things as a volunteer, instead of seeking the comfort of home and understanding that when you go through trials and tribulations, the apprenticeship is not about the job, it's about yourself. Once you know who you are, what your fail points are, what your strengths are, what your critical vulnerabilities are, what your benefits are, what your strengths are, then how can you not have an amazing life? Too many times we see people go, I want to jump in, when are we going to get overseas? And I get that. It's the big game, the big dance. But you don't want to be the sea captain that always thinks he's right as well. And then when you actually get on your last voyage, you become yet another casualty of the octopus's garden because you didn't do it right. It's going to be an interesting chat today. And it's a chat we've been doing for years, and people sometimes say, Kaz, do you think that maybe you've gone on a little bit too long? Are you still relevant to the cause? And well, who the fuck else is doing it? War Pigs is doing a fantastic job on Instagram, a great job, but that's not enough. We need to hear the voices of the people that actually wear the uniforms that seem to be locked away in a closet but not with a sailor, so that we can see the real guys and gals behind the uniform, see that it's not easy, but see the rewards are great. Sorry about the rapid machine gun speaking here. That's like an ADHD sort of trait, I think, or trying to get as much information in before we actually start to lose your interest. Yeah, so we're on Stockton Beach at the moment. Hey lads, how are we going? Very good, sir. Look at that mateship. Those guys probably got 10 or 15 years on me, but they're still hanging out together this time of day. There's only two people that get up this time of day, and that is people that for work, the bakers, especially, and the farmers, God bless them, but it's normally really good people and people on a mission, or the elderly or people with mental health. I don't know which one I am. I'm a bit of all three. But your adventure is going to be great. Your life is going to be great if you let it be. But you'd have to lay those foundations down early. It's not something that you just get right, You've got to be able to start the habits early, surround yourself in the people that matter, and really protect yourself from the evils out there. And the evils can be distraction, it can be vice, it can be alcohol, it can be smoking, it can be finance, it can be choosing the wrong partner, 2 or 3 times, it can fuck your life forever, almost unrecoverable. If I was a young guy now and I was 18 or 19 years old, I'd be joining the Army guaranteed, only because it is the apprenticeship of you. To do that opens you up to so many things, and there are so many people, if you get past HR departments, where once they find out you're military, they're going to be stoked to have you because they've got a tool they can hold against you. They've got someone who's never been late before. They've got someone who wears a uniform, who's part of a chain of command, who's part of a team, who's part of a mission and a success. Because failure in the Army, that is not something we can consider, because if you do, you're in big, big trouble. Just like I'll see Captain here as he goes around the horn, or at least the break wall. Yeah, I don't know. I just like to give you some bit of content every now and then to show that there's nothing wrong with getting up a bit early, getting your mind sort of on track, think about others, have some empathy, and actually put some action beside it, and understand there are so many people in this jumbled world that don't know how to navigate it yet. So this channel will continue, because in the absence of having anyone else that's doing a job that's similar, they need us on that wall. The comment section, the subscribers, the Patreon members. I do not understand how we do not have so many more people on Patreon that can come and just have a one-on-one conversation with the former instructor, who's going to be the same as the person you go and meet, so you know what makes him tick, so you know how to navigate your success in the future. It makes no sense to me. Whoop. Someone on the ship's been eating curry. Thank you, sir. But yeah, what a good way to bring in the new year and let you know I've still got your back. You're still family, and interesting things ahead. Real interesting things ahead. All right, I think that's a bit of a wrap. Time for you guys to go and get your morning coffee and know that I'm still here, I still care, and I've got you in my sights or your success. And if you ever feel like the guy that no one understands why you want to join, just remember thousands of years ago there was people like us that stood and looked out like so at the ocean, from the village, and people thought to themselves, how come he goes down there every day and just looks out into the fog, into the ocean? And that's because there's something that beckons him, there's something that calls him out there, that says there's something greater. Can you find it out? Are you going to be the other sea captain that left 27 years ago and didn't come back? And people go, did he make it to his destination? Or is he on the bottom of the ocean and one day we'll find his wedding ring? God bless him. Yeah. Make the adventure, make the sacrifice, be that bastion, be that National Geographic journalist where you are the main story. Make yourself the hero of that narrative, but don't be necessarily boastful. Be humble about it and let your actions tell everyone that didn't think you can do it, like Mrs. Borkovich, Newcastle High School, 1990, and let them know not only can you do it, but you're going to be part of history, right? Instead of just studying it. Take it easy, replace some musical podcasts, and the rest of your life is going to be so goddamn interesting. If you get to 99 years old, red look balloons, that you're probably going to think, this is bullshit. I still had another podcast left in me. Take it easy, you're not alone. That's Kaz in the Trenches with Kaz. Sayonara. And all the best to our beautiful Patreon members, our members, and those about to do the journey right now. Subscribe to the channel, and I'm in your corner, but not in a freaky kind of way. Bam. Kaz, Stockton Beach, out to you. See ya.